Vegetables, greens, sprouts, all the healthy ones, wealthy in nutrients that children detest and parents propagate. Some like it raw, some like it roasted, and some mashed in between other foods to conceal their taste. The common consumer never ponders the origin of these vegetables. Most of them grow on a farm, while a certain fraction gets genetically modified or synthetically processed. But there is an easier route: growing them at one's own house, in their backyard, on their balcony, or wherever the plants deems fit. While it may seem like a huge process with many steps, home cultivation actually comes with equivalent amount of benefits. Let us look at some of the key aspects of growing your own vegetables. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to never miss out on more videos like this. Here we go! Number 10. Easy savings. All you need to start the process are a space of land or a pot, some soils, some seeds, and water. Combined, this costs less than your monthly purchases of any given vegetable, such as beans. In addition, by cultivating your own vegetables, there is a good chance of cutting out intermediaries in the process, such as the wholesalers and retailers, which means you eliminate the effect of their profits on the price as well. Moreover, this means that you do not incur costs that intermediaries incur, such as packing, storage, transportations, etc., leading to fewer opportunity costs for home cultivations, making it a favorable procedure to undertake. Seeds are less likely to be affected by inflations or other external factors such as global prices. This is because the larger the number of seeds you buy, the cheaper the price per packet is. Meanwhile, vegetable prices move along with demand and supply and are likely to be fixed for any given quantity. Backyard cultivations is easy to cut back on a few bucks and spend it elsewhere. Number 9. Climate contribution. No home grower is a perfect farmer who has knowledge of when to cultivate what, but sowing during the summer or spring is a good place to start, as those are the times where the saplings can capture maximum solar power for photosynthesis. Not all vegetables can be grown at once. Some need more sunlight, while some need more water. Proper protocols are to be followed to make sure that the output does not grow in a haphazard manner. Crop seasons should be analyzed to make the growing process easier. Care should be also taken to ensure that water-sensitive vegetables are given adequate protections against sudden climate change, such as rain and hailstorms. Number 8. Truly organic farming. There is a growing trend of organic produce in the market that has been allegedly made without chemicals and pesticides. The common consumers can verify these accuracies only to a certain extent. He cannot visit the farm and inspect how those vegetables are grown. There is no absolute psychological assurance that organic produce is made organically except for the label on the vegetable. Organic vegetables also tends to be costlier than normal produce, making them unsuitable for many lower-income families. However, homegrown vegetables do not require pesticides or fertilizers in the first place. Furthermore, they are not mass-produced and are grown only for self-consumption. There's little to no need to speed up their growth or artificially enlarge their output. This also results in cost savings for the cultivator. Number 7. Health quota. Homegrown cultivations does not rely on mass productions, and hence there is no need for harmful fertilizers that contains toxins and chemicals. This already puts them on the higher end on the health scale than vegetables from the local store. Moreover, if at all some catalyst is required for growing vegetables, most people prefer using organic compost made from old spoiled organic produce. This enriches the nutrients content of the vegetables to a huge extent. Moreover, since the soil is also uncontaminated by toxins, the output is likely to be larger in number. Number 6. Self-satisfaction. There's nothing compared to the feeling one gets when declaring, "Oh, you like how the veggie tastes? Thanks, I grew it myself." Sowing seeds, watching a sapling erupt, nurturing it into a full plant, and collecting the vegetable outputs are quite the task that require undivided attention. People with fully functioning gardens take care of them like their own children. The high from savoring the fruits of your own labor is unmatched. Taking as you sow, so you shall reap, to the next level. Growing your own vegetables also increases the urge to distribute them in the neighborhood and reap some goodwill, which might even lead to some people undertaking home cultivation. Number 5. Fresh output. While purchasing vegetables, there is no accurate indicator of the age of the vegetable. It could have been reaped months ago, or it could be ripe on the outside and spoiled on the inside. Therefore, there is no guarantee that each vegetable is worth the money unless you get to cut it and see the insides. People are always eager to cultivate and cook with homegrown produce as soon as a fully grown vegetable matures. The output is fresh and newly harvested. Even if the veggies are not picked immediately, the cultivator still has knowledge of how old it is. Even if the cultivated veggies are not cooked immediately, the consumer has an idea of when it was grown and harvested, making home cultivations a reliable way to obtain fresh vegetables. Number 4. Less wastage. There are 3 ways in which homegrown produces save wastage from happening. First is traditional cultivation. In traditional cultivations, a fraction of produce is lost due to spoilage or accidents during the transport from farmer to the shopkeeper to the consumer. Moreover, perishable vegetables in inventory get spoiled and are thrown away unsold. Neither of these incidents is likely to happen in homegrown cultivation. Second is people are less likely to waste cooked vegetables if they are self-grown, particularly with children. Vegetables are always a cause for tantrums, but if you encourage a child to grow one, he will have no qualms about eating it fully. Finally, even if homegrown produce gets spoiled or wasted, it can be easily used as compost materials for the next cultivation set. Homegrown produce is organic and hence decomposes faster than market output. Number 3. Environmental efficiency. Home cultivation results in a reduction of fertilizer usage, improves soil quality, and reduces soil degradation and extensive farming. Particularly, NPK fertilizers, which mess with the pH balance of the soil, are done away with. It also results in fewer carbon emissions from the transport of produce to stores as more and more people shift to self-cultivation, a fewer packaging material usage, as no packaging is required at home. Finally, it also possesses an improved biodiversity by having people own a mini ecosystems in their backyard, resulting in more bees, birds, butterflies, and even useful earthworms that naturally fertilize the soil. Number 2. Patience and persistence. The lack of fertilizers used implies that home cultivations is a slow process. Sometimes it may even take months before even a single flower blooms and converts into a vegetable. Patience is key. Proper precautions must be taken to ensure that the plants are not flooded with water or chemicals in an effort to speed up the output. People are also highly likely to give up the practice if their first attempt results in a failure, which might happen due to amateur mistakes or sudden calamities. Instead, such failed output should be decomposed and used as manure for the next attempt, which will likely improve with the added catalyst. Practice makes perfection after all. Number 1. A good hobby. Home cultivations is an active process that requires constant attention right from tilling the soil to harvesting the output. However, it can be a good hobby for those who have time in abundance. One has to select the right type of seeds at the right time on the right patch of the soil before planting them. The cultivator needs to be on the lookout for harmful pests and weeds that can deter the growth. Finally, the plant needs to be examined daily, and once there's output, it needs to be harvested at the right time before it becomes too ripe. This is also a way to burn calories and get some exercise in, as working with the soil requires one to do active work. It can help one build a good habit and can also be a stress buster, as gardening has a reputation for being calming and soothing. The bottom line is that growing vegetables at home is a great activity to practice that provides guaranteed results. In plain terms, to produce is tastier and healthier and is a surefire way to convince kids to consume vegetables. Moreover, it makes one feel proud about their output and can be a good medium of encouraging healthy competitions between neighbors. Replacing the market mechanism piece by piece by growing different vegetables at home will also make other commodities cheaper out of pure fear of a drop in demand. Thus, growing vegetables and further expanding it to other crops is a good hobby for people to undertake. What do you think of these facts about growing vegetables? Let us know your views in the comment section below. Until the next video, stay tuned and subscribe to our channel for more uploads like this. See you soon.